Hey everybody. This is Josh Jones and Rob Greig here with Copi Cafe, episode number 50. We've been gearing up for this episode for a while. We took a little break and basically just because we wanted to make it a special episode for you guys, but also because we have been, the entire team, heads down, grinding, planning, trying to get, this is our biggest release ever, what's coming out, because it's not only the racing game, it's the player admin, it's the desktop launcher. There's so much involved in this one initial release that what comes after should go a lot more quickly, a lot easier. This is a big release for us, and so we've had a good amount of challenges, but we're excited to tell you everything that's been going on lately. And yeah, we're back at Copi Cafe. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening as always. And Rob, what are you drinking today?
Yep, we are back. Glad to be back. Well, I can see that you're sporting a brand new look.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bit of
what
a
are you talking
going
about?
On there?
Oh, the hat. The hat. Yeah, the hat. This is a GTI Javelin hat. Don't want to make anybody jealous, but we were sporting these around Consensus. It was nice. I did see
that. They come in a black version. So a light mode and a dark mode.
Yeah.
Is that
it's
something
great.
that people can get their hands on soon, or is it just like a?
Yes, I hope so. I hope we can start with that fairly soon, but we'll see. That's not a leak. I don't know when we're going to have that ready, because shipping internationally and all the challenges with that is there's a good amount to deal with. But yeah, we might be able to use that same company that we're using before. We'll see. We'll look into it.
Nice. Well, I must say I'm a little bit jealous. Well, today though, episode 50.
You have one on the way.
I am drinking a passion fruit martini.
Funkin',
yeah, for a funkin' episode.
Drinking a funkin' martini, are you?
I am, yeah. I mean, it's quite late here in the UK.
What?
It's quite late in the UK here. It's like gone 9 o'clock, so,
All right. Hey, cheers. Episode 50. I can't believe we've done this 50 times.
What are you drinking, 50. Josh?
Well, I'm drinking something that's brewed without compromise. This is the Athletic Brewing Company non-alcoholic beer. I've had it before on the show. I figured it's episode 50. Let's have a beer or whatever,
a beer.
Celebrate.
A non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, I know. I throw down pretty hard these days.
Nitro cocktails. Where is it?
That's good. Well, cheers. Okay.
Episode 50. Here we go.
Episode 50. Let's kick it off. I'm excited. Very excited. All right.
See you later.
So, a recurring thread we've had lately is the artificial intelligence and how we're using that and AI. It's coming along really quickly. We've got a lot of the team using ChatGPT for various different things. It helps in some areas. In some areas, it doesn't. Thankfully, it doesn't help a ton in game development right now because, honestly, we have a great, really fast development team, and we need that opportunity for us to get ahead of the game before the entire world gets to create games in 10 minutes using artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've had our dev team looking at using that for coding and a variety of different use cases. We're using all over, basically. It just makes us more efficient. We don't eliminate the human element at all. Rather, it's an extension. Yep. It's a efficiency that's created, and then you come back and you have to edit and you have to modify, but it's helpful in a lot of ways. Anyway, next up, you're going to London here pretty soon, right?
Yeah, I'm going to Cardano Meetup next week in London. If it's open to anybody in the community. It's being hosted by the Cardano Foundation. So Frederick will be there, the CEO of the foundation. David Taylor will be there, and there'll be quite a few other people there as well as the community. Yeah, it's a good meet and greet event. I think it's next
Perfect.
Tuesday.
So when you get to see those guys, just if you could ask them to fund or subsidize our trip to Dubai, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wherever they have it in the world,
Dubai this year.
There's always, it's going to disadvantage some people. And we're both on different continents. So if he had it in Austin, I would be the other side of the world. If they had it over here, you would be the other side of the world. But I think what I listened to David Taylor the other day. He did a Twitter space with Clay Nation, which was great. And he was saying that this year there's going to be 20 other events going on at the same time as the summit. And having these meetups is part of their strategy. So it'll be fun catching up again with the foundation. We've met David Taylor probably about 5 or 6 times now.
Yeah. It seems like he's at most of the conferences we've gone to.
Now
far.
he's been promoted to the CMO, which is a really important position.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's CMO now? Okay. Very cool. I listened to part of that Spaces, but I guess I missed that first part with the intro. That's cool. Well, congrats to him. Are in order. Did somebody leave a CMO position?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if they had one.
Okay.
I'll ask him.
Well, next up on our list is channels. So we got a couple new channels coming. You want to tell us about those? For our Discord?
We often have various chats in our Discord that kind of really set alike and come back again. So one of them that's really popular is when usually I start talking about retro stuff. So we've started a retro games channel in Discord. So if you are more than 12, then you're in a different generation of gaming. So it goes all the way back to Pong, but people talk about PlayStations, GameCubes. I talk about Amigas and Spectrums and yeah, just come in, share your memories. So we've started that channel, and today we have started a brand new channel, which is going to be the start of us being able to share content that people can enjoy. So we're going to start a desktop background. So there's one in there at the moment for the scrapyard.
It's not just desktop backgrounds. Yeah. It's if you want to share an image, it's a PNG file. If you wanted to take a bubble jet and put it on top of something else, or share it in social media or whatever, it's any and all.
Lots of. I suppose it's been requested over the years, but we just kind of we update the images quite often from UE4 to UE5, and then we give them another slick of paint when we put lumens in them. And as soon as we kind of create them, they're almost out of date within a month or two. But these will be good, solid images that you can go and create whatever you want with them. Your own marketing, you can put them on your own channel, or you can create your own memes, or just have them as desktop backgrounds.
Yep, that'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited about that. See what the community does. Okay, very good. Let's get into some questions. We've got a few questions from the community, and then after that, we're going to get into the racing game update, what's going on there, and a couple other topics, and we'll close it out. So we got Babu Frick in the Knights Guild server. He is curious if we're not able to use a Mac.
Yeah, a Mac's a good question. Now, we've only got a small team at the moment, so we have to concentrate on one release and make that a solid release before we can look at others. Now, we're built in UE5 and we're built on the same technology as Fortnite. And as everybody knows, Fortnite is on desktop, it's on Mac, it's on mobile, it's all over the place. So we do have the ability to build something for the Mac in the future. So when we have a solid PC game, because we have to start somewhere, we will then compile it. We'll get some more resources on board and we'll compile it for the Mac. We do have some experienced people in the team that can build for Mac, but this will be obviously a professional product where we have to have a full team behind it. We can't just rely on one or two people. We need a full team, a build team, a development team, a support team. So we're growing all the time. So Mac is really, really important to us. When we've got a solid PC game, as we're recruiting more people, we will end up having, a Mac department. So it is coming. We're also working on other technology that will probably come before the Mac. I would really like to share what we're talking about, but there's two different pieces of technology. One we're developing ourselves, and some other software. That means in the future we may be able to release on the Mac and other devices. But so it's coming. We know it's really important. I can't announce anything. But Mac is really important to us, and we, like I say.
Okay. Bottom line, to sum it up, we want to make this as available to everyone as we can. Obviously, there's limitations as a business that we have to work within, and we do the best we can within our existing constraints. So there you go. Okay, next up we've got Recon Monk, who asked, who will pick land first amongst all the mythic and legendary plot holders at the time of the land grab?
Yeah, so when we do open up the land grab, however we do that, we will announce that in the future. But we have 5 different sizes of land. We have small, medium, large, epic, and copious. Now, all of those different land sizes have rarities. There's a common rarity, an uncommon, a
rare, common, uncommon, rare, legendary, and mythic.
Legendary and mythic, yeah. They confuse them, across them. So all the mythics will go at the same time. There'll be no clash as such, but the small, medium, all the way up to copious will be able to choose their own. There will be a little bit of a race between the individual sizes. So the small mythics will all be competing for the small mythics. Then there'll probably be a period of 24 hours or 48 hours or however that goes, and then the legendary rarities will be in, and so on until we get down to the common. What will actually happen is your current NFT will be handed over, and then a new NFT with the actual physical plot location that will be sent back to you. So and that NFT will be a dynamic NFT. It'll be a progressive NFT, which is our variant of a dynamic NFT.
Okay.
So, but we'll explain all that in the future. It'll be very exciting.
Yes, it is very exciting. But all of this is quite a bit off before we do the land grab, but we're getting there. We've been building Solace. We've been building Esperanza. Yeah. There's a lot in the works. And again, this like racing game tees us up to have a lot of the things ready that really equip us to get the land launched in the right way. Programmatically, it allows us to establish a core game loop and so much more that we can test and really build out with this first part.
And we're going to make that as accessible as possible. So if we can make it a cross-platform, PC, Mac, others, we will do that. We're working hard to get that, and that when we perfect how that whole system is going to work in a fun way, that's kind of like the delay that we're seeing in grabbing that at the moment. Is we want it to be special. We know how we want to do it. We just need to get the technology at that position. We don't want to do it as...
Okay, cool. Next question. All right. So, let's see here. Tizzy Bear, question number 3. How will free players get from their home bubble with 2 trees and a hammock to a public transportation hub to travel to the theme zones?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, like we've always been saying, Cornucopias is free. Everybody gets their own free home bubble with 2 trees and a hammock. The way to travel to the various zones, if you have a flying vehicle NFT, you can go in your garage and use that. But if you don't, there will be public transport, and the public transport will come past. It'll you'll stick your hand out as such, or we'll have a method. You'll go to the end of your dome, and you will somehow find yourself on this public transport where lots of other people will be in there, and it'll be fun.
Yes, sir. Okay. Very good. Good job. Under the gun with the questions. You heard it here first from Rob Greig. All right. So next up, racing game update. What have we been up to? This is what everybody's waiting on. What's happening with the racing game? I to start it off with this, we showed a leak of you and I both picked up that cool mirror ball image that we showed up a few weeks back. Maybe it was a month ago, somewhere around there. That leak, we had just seen before we showed that leak image a video of all of that area that encompassed, which is the entrance to the racing dome. We've talked about a little bit about this, Calido Valley Megadome. That entrance, that blew me away, that video then. Yeah. But now we saw it again yesterday. You and I were in a meeting with David. He walked us around what's happening. All of the new details that have come into that. I don't know how I could be blown away again, but it was like I was blown away even more. It was almost like I watched Top Gun years ago, 20 years ago. It was a great freaking movie. It was one of my favorite movies ever. And then they did a sequel, and I'm like, why would they do this? What are they doing? This doesn't make any sense. But then I went and saw it, and it was like, whoa, it was better. So whatever that video was, now with all this new detail, I was blown away even more. What did you think? It was baffling. I'm so excited to release this.
I wrote some notes down. David said there was at that time 17,548 meshes in there, or
meshes or actors,
characters, actors, and what he'd done is we'd let David go on holiday for a week to recharge his batteries,
which he really needed.
Yeah, he definitely did. And he'd gone out and he was inspired by nature, and he'd come back and he'd updated some textures, and some of the textures they've all gone to another level. His team's been working hard behind the scenes, while he gave them some great instructions, and he came back. He had the update, and also Mark has been doing a lot of work with like traditional marketing graphics.
We need to know how many different brands he's had to develop.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I think it's over 50.
Yeah, well, when you see it, and that's all come together. So we kind of had a template. Yeah. Now it's I would say it's almost it's ready to test.
Yeah. Well, I was running around in it this morning. So internal testing has begun. Yeah. You were running around in it this morning. I was running around in this morning. Yes. We aren't racing yet. That's another build that's coming probably tomorrow. So we might be racing soon. But, we're in this spot where the team is starting to test not only the racing game, but the player admin. And then tomorrow, I believe, Kyle's turning over the desktop launcher, and we'll start testing that as well. So we're going to be testing the desktop launcher, the player admin, the website, the APIs, and the UE5 game. So we got a lot of testing to do, and we've got a lot of security preparation to do. And so we're in the midst of making sure all of this is buttoned up and laser tight for everyone. We've run into several setbacks and several problems, which our team has resolved. We're working through it, but this is the nature of how things go. We're slightly delayed, and we could have to delay again. I want to be as transparent as I can with the community. We're not going to meet that 30 to 45 day date that we had given about a month, or whenever we gave that date. We're not going to meet that. That being said, you guys need to know how many teams and how many things are having to come together. This is our biggest release ever. It is huge. To have what we have and to be able to launch what we have, at a year and a half, or a little over a year and a half, not almost 2 years, to have what we have is unbelievable. It's not paralleled even in traditional gaming to launch a game this quickly with all of what we've done. So we're on version 2 of the marketplace. We're building out a marketplace. We're building out the desktop launcher. There's so much going on behind the scenes that we're tidying up and getting ready for you guys to hand it over. So
and on top of that, we're also integrating with GameLift. So we're a few weeks. We're literally only a few weeks behind in kind of compiling all those together. That doesn't stop us testing, though, because for testing, we don't have no security issues internally. We don't need to launch via the desktop launcher. We don't need all the leaderboards in place. All these bits need to be in place for the community to test it. We could quite easily just give it to the community now and say, here you go. It's all ready. It's ready there.
We could. You could go play. Yeah, we could pass it off for them.
It's not. We want you to test as close to the final experience, because that will give us the feedback. If you get it a few weeks earlier, and then after a few weeks, maybe the shine goes off the newness, then we're not going to get the real feedback as if when you go in there for the full experience. So that there won't be a massive delay. We're not talking months or years. We're probably talking a couple of weeks. Probably, I don't want to put a date on it because
look, let's just say it this way. If we run into problems, we run into problems. We're not going to deliver something subpar or insecure or poorly tested or anything like that. And if we can, I can't wait to launch it. These are the slowest going days ever. It's because I want this thing out. At the same time, we 100% have to be good stewards of the fact that you guys are our community. We want to put something out there that is sound, it's secure, it's well tested. We want to get your good feedback on everything that we do. But yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Yeah, so you'll be able to test the resort. You'll be able to test. The good thing about that is that gets a lot of multiplayer coming in. So we might be able to get 50 or 100 people into the metaverse section, basically, of the Racing Dome, which is where you can run around with people and do a variety of things. There's not going to be a lot you can do in there other than explore this space right away. But what you can do, just the space alone is amazing. But then that leads you into the Racing Megadome where you can race.
We've created the different roles. That those are all being built into the web platform and the game. So what this means, actually, and this definitely is a huge announcement, is this means that we will be able to allow people that have land NFTs and custom dome NFTs and racing NFTs to test different parts of this. So the landowners and custom dome owners will be able to test the resort part, the metaverse part, because they have metaverse land, and the racing game people will be able to test that resort because you have to go through that resort, and then you'll be able to test the actual racing game as well. We've always said...
Right, and that's all being programmed currently into our player admin, which we're currently testing that without the roles features. That'll get added in here to V2 of the player admin very shortly. But it's set up to read your Web3 wallet and read what assets you have that are relevant to Cornucopias. And it says, okay, Joe or Rob has a bubble jet. So we can set that up where all bubble jets are allowed to go into all of these areas. And it gives us a lot of ability through that player admin to create scenarios where we can unfold gradually with testing, which is brilliant. I think it's great.
It allows us to release testing in groups. So we're going to start off with the mythic holders. So all the mythic holders across all those three categories: land, domes, and racing vehicles. So that's the javelins, the OG bubble jets and the bubble jets. So those vehicles, you will be able to, the mythics will be able to come test first. then the legendaries will, and we'll slowly open them up. And as we're opening up, we'll take the feedback on board, and then we'll open up more servers for more people to come and join, and we'll unlock and unlock. So eventually we'll have the potential for over 60,000 people to come and test our game. We will introduce new elements to it. At the same time, we're still building Solace, and all the functionality that you're testing in the metaverse side will be coming over to Solace. So eventually we'll have fishing in there, we'll have climbing, we'll have all kinds of interacting with NPCs. This will be our test application that everybody will be able to work along with us. And the roles are amazing. It means that, you know, we can say, right, we have now, let's say we have a new tree chopping, for example. We could say, right, all you guys are now testing the metaverse and racing. We now have tree chopping. Well, we might allow the tree chopping to go to the mythic holders to begin with, because we want to do tree chopping in a smaller group. It's an amazing system that we've put together.
Yeah, it allows us to test in a very safe way and start off small, so that you don't, you know, offend a lot of people with a bad bug, or
we don't
you know,
50,000
whether
people
offend
to
was
say
the
tree
wrong
chopping's
word.
broken.
The point being, you minimize the impact of issues so that you can resolve the big issues. Then you make the group bigger. You resolve those issues, then you make the group bigger, and then at some point you feel comfortable to go, you know, full public testing. But yeah, so that's a great setup. And I think, you know, honestly, I think that the guys and gals watching right now, it's probably about time we show them a little something. What do you think?
Live actual gameplay.
Yeah. Let's just jump right into our leak here.
I think,
here we
although
go.
we have said, although I know we've said there's going to be a slight delay in, you know, getting it out to public testing. Now we have this build, we will be able, you'll be able to see Josh and myself on Copi Cafe play various sections. You're not going to be starved of video footage and images from this point onwards. We now have the content that we can share with you because you've seen it. And so pretty quickly you're going to get your hands on it, but we'll be able to whet your appetite over the next few weeks. This is such an exciting
We're not going to show too much, but we're going to show a glimpse.
Yeah, we'll leave the spoilers for you guys to go and test and share. We'll only show you a glimpse of Solace, which is an interesting phrase.
It's an amazing glimpse. It's unbelievable. All right, here we go. All right, hey there, Rob.
Hello there.
So now begins our little multiplayer journey, a little leak for our community here. What character are you using?
Calido Convention Center.
So I am playing Lauren.
Lauren, okay.
She's a really cool-looking avatar. Some great hair going on here. All designed in-house. Same as all our assets in the game.
Yep.
And who are you
now
playing?
Arriving at Calido Convention Center.
I have
Doors will open when tram
Mythical
comes to a
Mike.
stop.
Mythical Mike. Why is he called Mythical Mike? Turn around. Let's have a look.
Thank you for riding Calido Metro.
Mythical Mike. Oh, I think this is our exit. Let's get off right here.
Which way are you going? Oh, you're going the other way.
Yeah, if you can come over this way. All right, yeah, so a lot of work went into just the clothing in the avatar building. You wouldn't believe, you guys, how much goes into that. But as you can hear, some game audio going and all sorts of ad space here. Little GTI Javelin ad right up there.
Want to see what it's like to
This is the outer realm of the Calido Valley. So it allows us to do so much, you know, for the metaverse testing, multiplayer testing. There's even a testing facility in here. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Rob, you want to race up these stairs?
Limb loss, or high radiation levels.
There you go.
Awesome. Have a great day, and please come see us at Cornucopias Labs.
So both of our avatars run differently. Mine's a female, yours is a male. There is different animations. The animations were also built in-house.
Just a reminder.
So
All entirely custom animations, yeah.
you count us down.
Are you on the plaza
Okay, I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, and we'll go on 0.
Check out
Okay.
the mobile jet skyway.
Ready? 3,
As they
2,
say,
1,
sooner is always
go.
better than later.
Here I go. I can see you. I saw you then for a second.
Remember to keep an eye on your belongings at all times. If there is an emergency or something looks strange, please report to
These
the
are
nearest
really
security
long
station.
stairway.
Thank you for visiting
Yeah,
Calido
the
Valley.
shortest
Enjoy your
distance to the
stay.
top. Oh no, I got stuck on the rail. I'm up.
Oh, now. Yeah, you won that one.
All right. Look here. All right, guys, we've got a little mini dome there. Pretty amazing. There you can see that banner there for the Calido Valley Raceway. Right behind there is where we'll be doing our racing. And that video will be coming out in quite a few weeks. So what we're going to do is several short leaks. This today is going to be a short leak. It's about maybe 1/6 of the entire outer area of not even including the racetrack. So it's just a tiny portion of what's been done is what we're showing you today. But it really does enable us to do quite a lot that will speed up the release of Solace. So what we're doing here is creating testing opportunities that we can replicate over. It gives you guys something to play, gives us some content to get out there, and at the same time helps us to build Solace and improve multiplayer and all the things we need to do for Solace. All right, you ready to go in here and see the Solace demo?
It's very dark. Let's do it.
I heard it was great. Yeah, it's pretty dark, so let's come on in here.
Is there any lights?
It is dark.
Whoa.
Oh, let there be light.
What just
Welcome to
happened?
the enchanting land of Solace. A gem floating in the sky, nestled within a massive dome.
Wow, holograms.
51 square kilometers of rolling hills, vast forests, and
Let's get up
adventurous
here.
rock formations. Embark on a journey to explore this slice of paradise.
So I
where
recognize
nature's
this.
beauty
This
has
is
no
an
limits.
exact hologram
Solace's
replica
landscape
of
is synonymous
Solace.
with the call of adventure, with majestic, rocky formations that rise from the ground like ancient sculptures.
Pretty
These
amazing.
geological wonders have stood the test
Little
of time,
hologram.
creating a breathtaking
I'm going to be doing
backdrop
some
for
great
the rich,
fishing right over there in that
tapestry of
pond.
Solace.
Actually, I bet there's, if you look at this
The
tiny
forests of
pond
Solace
over
are
here in the
delightful
back
fusion
on the
vast
edge, I bet there's
woodlands
some
and massive Douglas
sneaky
firs,
big fish in that one. You
painted
never
in
know.
hues of green and gold. These enchanting woodlands echo with the whispers of
Pretty
wind,
remarkable.
creating an
This is
atmosphere
8.
of tranquility.
Well, this is a hologram. This is 8 kilometers by 8 kilometers, so you'll be able to explore every inch of Solace. Solace 1.
Minerals and
This is
nutrients,
just one of
they
many
nourish the
Solaces.
surrounding flora and fauna, sustaining an ecosystem in harmony.
So very
Solace is truly a testament to the beauty and
Get
wonder
down
of
here and
nature.
have a enter here.
Come on a journey with us. And
Anyway, the
head to
audio
next door
track
to begin
playing
your
is
journey
basically
through
an
a glimpse of
introduction
Solace.
to Solace. And the reason for that is we want
Look
to
at that.
make sure that everybody knows there's a lot more to this game than just a racing element. And it's pretty important that you guys know we're building so many different things. The beauty of this domes and bubbles that we've created is that we can do a large variety of gaming activities. And here's a little cave sneak through that I've been told we have to stop here, right here, because we want to share that with you next week. So that's a little leak on what's going to occur next week. And
Look
we'll-
at the detail in the rocks.
yeah,
On the
it's
floor,
remarkable.
on the side, the lighting. Amazing.
Yeah,
Textures. is
unbelievable.
Incredible.
So real, you've said many times.
Did you notice when we were on this hologram, it was actually revolving?
Welcome to the enchanting.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Right, I'm gonna catch you. Have you left? Let me.
All right.
Go into run mode. Oh, there you are. You're miles ahead of me. I'm gonna catch you up. I'm gonna put
I can actually speed up my run if I wanted, but
my running shoes on.
I think our pace is good for. Okay, what do you think these are, Rob?
Looks like a TARDIS. 2 of them. Is it
I
one
hope
each?
you are enjoying your time around Calido
Yeah, I'll do
Valley.
this one, and then you do the next one.
Remember to be
Cornucopias
considerate
labs.
and kind to others.
All right. Hopefully it doesn't.
Even though Calido Valley is located on the
set me on
outer
fire or
edge of
anything.
cornucopias, all laws apply here as
Whoa,
Oh,
well.
just happened.
sweet.
Thank
Pew.
you.
Okay. Very nice. It's going to give us a night view. I love it. All right. You want to do the other?
Yeah, so the secret behind Cornucopias Labs is it's an area where we will be able to test different features of that, and there we go. I didn't know
Calido
that.
Valley is a
That's now
large place.
daytime going in that one.
Need to travel
Hey,
a large
let's do
distance
nighttime
across
for the rest of the tour though.
Head to
So
your
we
nearest
got
Calido
a little
metro
bit more
station.
we're going to show, and
We
they need to
changed
see
it
that
now.
in.
Can
I'll
take
carry
you to the
looking
Valley
for it.
Grand Hotel, general parking,
Wow,
the
look,
landing
lights just
bay,
come on.
or even the convention center,
All
and
right.
many more.
All right. So we're going to head over here to these stairs, but that's just a nice look at the night.
There I go.
Want to see what it's like to live a day in the life as a lab rat?
Oh, beautiful.
Take the
Okay.
Skyway to Cornucopias Labs.
Oh,
This
so you-
is
Test things for the betterment of
the
future.
Skyway by Bubblejet.
You get to be our test subject. How exciting!
Yeah, Bubble Jet
Cornucopias Labs
do
is
so
not
much
responsible
more
for
than
any
just
loss of
flying
limbs,
vehicles.
sudden death, mind loss, limb loss, or high radiation levels.
When we look into the distance here,
Have a great day.
in the distance there, we can see the railway system. We can see kind of like a tower center. That's where the flying vehicles that come into the zones will be guided in from. We see a hotel, and then in the far distance, we see Cornucopias Labs. Do you want to explain what the actual labs do?
Never?
Yeah. So the labs, that's kind of what we alluded to a little bit earlier. That lab building back there in the distance is setting us up to be able to test. Oh, here comes the air shuttle. If you want to catch this one with me, Rob.
Most beautiful zone.
All right. Well, that was it. That's a quick snippet for you guys to see a little bit of what our team has been up to and what Rob and I have been up to all day long playing in this thing, figuring out what we're going to show you. It's been amazing. Just kidding. Not all day. We haven't had that much time. But that being said, we could explore that whole part all day long, because that tiny amount that you guys just saw is there is so much more space. This is a megadome.
We
It's
just
huge.
showed you a fraction of what's to come. You know, we'll explore it again next week, and then the episode after. We'll go to different areas that we didn't show you. Yeah, this is huge.
Well, there you have it, folks. Episode 50, Copi Cafe. Rob and I are back. We'll be doing regular weekly episodes from here on out. So thank you again for listening,
Bye-bye.
and have a wonderful week.